Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you want to learn how to manifest money in your life quickly, keep on watching. I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that are going to help you manifest it today, starting today and moving forward. So let's get into the video. So for those who don't know me, I'm Shika. I'm a travel lifestyle content creator, mentor, and owner of Blog It. And on this channel, I talk about all things spirituality, wellness, entrepreneurship, and social media. So today, I really wanted to give you guys some quick tips on how to manifest money in your life. If you feel like you've been working paycheck to paycheck, maybe you felt like you have been kind of just like in a rut lately and wanting to make more money in your life. Maybe you're just starting a new business or doing this whole online creative stuff. Whatever reason as to why you are wanting to manifest money, I'm going to give you 5 tips that you need to consider in order to do that, as well as going over some myths and misconceptions that people have on money. So let's get into the first tip. Our first tip is being grateful. I think this is so huge. When you're thinking about wanting to have money in your life, you need to be grateful with what you have. And I know sometimes when you're in a life where like there's a lot of stuff going on, always remember there are things that are great going on. So I find it's just a great kind of thing to do on a daily basis, because I find sometimes when we stick to the negative, what happens? You attract negative, which I talked about in my other video as well. You want to make sure that you are being positive. It is so important. It avoids having, people in your life that are either like energy vampires or people in your life that are not going to help you sustain that manifestation of money into everything. It also allows you being grateful to allow the universe to know, hey, I'm grateful for whatever I'm getting or whatever I have. And in doing so, before even asking for anything, you should be able to say thank you. And think of it almost like when you're a kid and you want an extra piece of cake. Before you do that, you always say thank you to your family, because you want to obviously show that you're grateful before, and good manners, before you even ask for another slice. So it's the same thing. Before asking for another slice from the universe, just saying thank you so much. And it can be as simple as that meal that you had, that omelet you had this morning, to that great walk that you had or hike in the forest, to the gym, to that friend that ended up hanging out with you, to someone who opened the door for you. Just little things, just the roof on your head, anything at all that brings you gratitude. And this is something that you shouldn't only use when you want to manifest money, but this is a continuous thing. I always do it every morning. I always do it every night. And it just allows you to know, like, hey, I'm in tune with my body, I'm grateful. And it also heightens the increase of positive thoughts, which is so important. So our second tip is how to be realistic with what you want with money. Sometimes we expect big things, and what I mean by that is being realistic with exactly what you want. The universe obviously will help you. You have support, obviously, but if you want $1 million like right now, you're gonna have to expect to do a lot of work. And the way that it works just in general is, in order for you to get that money or whatever you're hoping to do, to be realistic with what you have. So if you say you have like $10 in your bank account, but right now you're manifesting $1 million tomorrow, that's a lot. However, like I said, it's not impossible. Just remember that the universe only gives you what you can handle. So you need to prepare yourself, be realistic, and in order to ask from that, you also have to be pulling your weight. I find a lot of people just expect, oh, and this is a myth, if I just manifest it and keep on saying affirmations, that it will work. You need to kind of make a plan, and you'll notice that a lot, which is why I love doing, say, tarot cards and angel cards and stuff, because it just allows me and reminds me of like little things. Like sometimes, I pull a card out and it just says like, you have some great creative things to do, but you need to do the work. And like anything in life, whether you want to get a promotion or anything, you need to put in the work and be realistic with what plan to action you can do in order to manifest it. So again, like I said, be realistic with yourself, with your goals. It also allows you not to sign yourself up to being discouraged, because sometimes when you put those goals way too high beyond your capacity, then you get discouraged, and then all the negative thoughts turn to come in, and that's when you can actually kind of be in a loophole where you don't actually manifest the money that you want in your life. So I think this is a very important thing to do before even looking into manifesting whatever amount of money that you want in your life too. Next one's really interesting, and I actually learned this one and I find it very helpful. It kind of connects to gratitude. So, why do you want that money? And I know this sounds weird, but making sure you understand the why. When you're asking the universe for money, you can't just be like,
oh, I want $10,000 tomorrow, like by this day, whatever.
Instead saying, I want or I will make $10,000, and explaining and kind of visualizing what your life would be with the $10,000. The reason why is when you're manifesting things, there are a few tips to keep in mind. You need to remove the sense of ego. Ego is so huge. It could be your worst enemy. What someone's ego is sometimes, your pride, all those things. And as you become a conscious being, it is so important to ensure that you are balancing your ego and your, I guess you can say, your modest perspective of life to ensure that you are a neutral being. And sometimes your ego can actually kibosh your manifestation for money quickly. So one of the biggest things that I kind of wrote down and I wanted to say is like, why do you want the money, and thinking about that. And even when you meditate, for example, what I love to do is putting my hands here onto my heart chakra, because love is actually an amazing way to increase your manifestation as well, which is a little tip. So I'll actually visualize and think about what it would look like if I were to have that money. What are some things that I would use that money for? And I'm not saying like things like materialistic things, but why would I get those things? So for example, if I'm asking for $1,000, maybe it's because I want to end up, cleaning up, the money that my debts or whatnot. It could be because maybe I want to ensure that I can buy that house that I've always wanted, or to buy that car that I wanted, because then it allows me to be mobile so I can see my family and friends or do the job that I want. Maybe I want that house in order for me to have a sustainability and have a safe environment that I love and enjoy. So these are very detailed explanations that you can visualize to enhance it, but just really asking yourself why you want that money. It is so important. And the funny thing is if you listen to your inner intuition, it will usually tell you what, going back to the other point, the realistic things that you can put into motion that can help you with that visualization as well. So always say why you want it. Don't just manifest it just because it's going to be harder for the universe to work with you. You need to kind of really understand why you want the money. And then it also allows you to have a reason to chasing after that money, because remember, money is energy, right? It's positive energy, negative energy, whatever you make it to be based on your mindset. So in order for you to have a positive, loving, compassionate, or exciting energy towards it, you need to bring it in by ensuring that you're explaining why you want it to come to you, and it will come to you. Okay, so the other tip that I had, number 4, is positivity, positive affirmations. This is huge as in enhancing money. And one of my favorite positive affirmations that literally I've said this positive affirmation like the day of and ended up getting a result or a sign for it of getting money like an hour later. So one that I really love to do is money comes to me easily and quickly. When people think of those words, it's like, oh, what? Like, how does that? So that goes back to my tip on what is your relationship on money, and ensuring that you can create positive affirmations behind that relationship with money. And it allows you to change your mindset a little bit. So it can be similar to abundance comes to me easily and freely. It could be I love money, little things like that, and connecting your idea of what money is. Because again, if you are able to do that, it again allows you to continuously aid those and help those the goals that you have with the money that you want in your life with the universe. So positive affirmations with positivity attracts whatever you want. It's just like almost like when you're running a marathon and you're like, I can't make it, and then usually you like just missed it or whatnot. But if you're running it and you're like, I'm almost there, or you're at the gym doing reps and then all of a sudden you're like, my stomach's about to give out, but then you're like, I could do it 4 more, and before you know it, so your last one, you're like, oh my gosh, I did it. So positive affirmations inside, whether it's in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth or when you're driving, it really just keeps your mindset going and concentrated on the main understanding of what money is, and making sure that you know that you have a positive feeling of what is money and what's your relationship with money. So again, positive affirmations is an easy way to quickly bring money. And again, if you guys want to write this down in the comments, a great one to put in is money comes to me easily and quickly. And I do that maybe 10 times. If you repeat that, it does help a lot. So repeat after me, money comes to me easily and quickly, and just feel that energy. Even when I'm doing that right now, I'm really feeling it and seeing where I need to work on that relationship. So with you guys, when you feel that, what does your intuition say? And journalize that and try to make that a positive way to go to your goal that you want and to connect with the universe. So that one's a good one. Last one is kind of the little cherry on top of the cake. So visualizing exactly what you want with your money, and exactly going back to that idea of your why. So visualization can be done through meditation. I just did a video if you are just getting into meditation, or you want to work on meditation, on how to meditate and what are some 5 hacks to meditate quicker and learn how to meditate quicker. So if you haven't checked that, you can go check that here. But one of the biggest things that I do mention in that is understanding to visualize once you have controlled, other things as well. So visualization is so key. The brain is really connected to over 15,000 cents a day. It's crazy. Our brain processes so many cents every single day. So if you think about it from a visual point stand, that's our second most sightful kind of, senses that we have. When you're a little kid, whether it's your first bike or whatever it is, you remember that vividly. And sometimes maybe you see something or a certain color and it reminds you of something. And then there's this sense of emotion that comes in, which goes back to meditation. So it's the same thing with visualization. When you're visualizing it, you want to feel it, you want to smell it, you want to see it, you want to feel as if you're right there and it is happening to you. And it's crazy what the brain can do when you tell it that it's happening. It acts as if it's already getting that money, whether it's the 10,000 or a million or whatever you want. And in doing so, it attracts the opportunities and the people that are around that can help you open that door to that goal. And before you know it, you end up having it. And I've had some crazy stories where I've been in like crazy situations and all of a sudden, money comes to me in the craziest way, or, I end up, working my butt off thinking it's not going anywhere. And then I do my affirmations, I'm grateful and everything on a daily basis, it all adds up. And then I end up having so many great opportunities. And again, the attraction comes that way. So staying positive while you're visualizing this and feeling it and smelling it and everything, the brain will only act whatever you give it. So if you're giving it all this positivity, if you're giving it all that information, it's going to act properly and amazingly. So that's so great. Okay, so that's basically it for the video. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope you're able to go home and manifest that money into your life, whether it is for financial abundance and freedom, or whether it is for your business or your family or for you. Let me know what your financial goal and manifestation down in the comments are. And also let me know what are some things that you've manifested if you have already, and what were the results of it, and how did you heighten that manifestations. And if you guys have any questions on this video, feel free to ask that all in the comments down below. Like I mentioned in my other videos, the podcast is releasing on January 6th, 2020. So it's coming up in a few days, and I'm doing a video every single day here for just exciting things and to share with you guys a little bit of a snippet of what are we going to talk about on this podcast. So you guys can check out all that information and sign up down below. I'll have a link down below, and you can also give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful for you. Make sure you subscribe, because you don't want to miss another video, and make sure you put the notifications on, because even if you subscribe, it won't tell you that you have a video. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys could as well. And yeah, that's basically it for the video. So I'm sending you guys a lot of light, a lot of love and positivity, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.